My dojo was the largest in Austin, Texas, but I didn't know anything about business. I knew about my mission. I was meant to teach. And when I got the first taste of teaching, I was hooked, and that was my life. So I also knew, though, if you're going to teach, you better also walk the talk. And I started to teach not just like the traditional karate and like forms and things. I wanted to know it translated to protect yourself. So I started wearing these suits, these high intensity suits where people could hit, but it didn't hurt. You felt it, but you could keep going. And my body took a beating, but I'm here to serve, man. Let's just show up. And I was using my meditation to cut the feelings of pain in my body. And one day, I'm teaching a self-defense class, and I'm showing these ladies this like knee elbow strike. And I put my leg down, I go to the next group, and I just fell on my back. And it was so much pain shooting through my spine. And I've been hit. I mean, I've been kicked in the head, I've been kicked in the face, I've been punched, I've been choked. You name it, I always get back up. Not this day. I couldn't get up. They carried me out of my dojo, carried me out, and for months, I couldn't even get up out of the bed. And I wasn't healing. WTF, what is going on? Like, why? I'm getting scared now. So I'd show up to the dojo once I could start standing a little or sitting. I had big pillows all the time. But I'd sit in front of my class and I'd teach with words. I learned to articulate very well. And I'd use my best students to take my words and tell them how to move and all of that. And then I did it for as long as I could. I started losing students. You can't keep it up.
I had noticed he wasn't able to participate in a lot of things. Lots of people were talking about what is he going to do because he was so restricted in movement. He wasn't the same person. And I was sitting there with my friends and I see his Jeep pull up. So he tried to get out and he tried to walk to get the handrail to get to the pool. And he was trying to go on the steps and he couldn't. He literally had to turn around to try to use the handrail to get back to his car. He could not even walk just to the water. And the only place he could move at that time was in water. And I have never felt so compelled to anything in my life. And we were close friends, but not close enough for me to, I got up, I left the way of the friends, and I just walked up to him and I said,
I'm so sorry. This is happening to you. See, she knew me as the athlete. I danced in her dance classes. I danced in her performances. I learned that art from her. And she sees this guy broken. And she said, with tears in her eyes, this isn't your back pain anymore. It's ours. And she meant it. She was all in. From that day forward, and I don't know if you've ever felt this, where you're at the end of your rope and you just don't have anything left and you don't know what you're gonna do. And then you get that breath of fresh air. You get that angel shows up in your life, that thing, that mentor, that hope. And she was my hope. And she gave me energy and kept me going.
After that, we became more than friends very quickly. And I stepped into just making it my purpose in my life to, we could find the solution. We can get over this. And still years went by and we tried massage, of course, chiropractic. We tried everything. Even we flew to Beverly Hills and had surgery, and even that didn't help.
My bills are piling up, got a lot of medical bills. And I'm feeling really bad about that. So if you've ever hit a dark night of the soul, I'm about to hit it. And I'm on the floor trying to get from my bed to the toilet, and I can't get on the toilet. And that's it. I'm done. I'm done. And this scared me more than anything's ever scared me. I'm thinking about how I'm going to exit. I don't want to hurt my family. I don't want to do this to my friends. I just want out of the pain, you see? But I don't know. I've tried everything. It's like almost 5 years now. This is crazy, right? But I'm talking to God now, and I'm making a deal. If I could be healed, if I could be shown a way through this, I'll do anything and everything I can. if I could tap into that energy and be healed, I will dedicate the rest of my life, not teaching people how to fight, although that's beautiful, to help them protect. It will help them heal. I'll help them get out of pain and suffering. And I find myself maybe 2 weeks in front of Whole Foods, park my Jeep, put the handicap sign up, hobble over to a bookstore, and I see a flyer. I see a sign, energy, art, Qigong workshop. I'll try anything. I'll go try this Qigong thing, because I heard like there's some magic stuff there. So I go to this guy's workshop, and I'm on the ground learning Qigong and doing these things. But truth be told, I felt something. I already knew how to meditate, but I felt energy in my body in a new way. And so I did private lessons with him, and I learned this ancient art from him. And I would go every day to Sabrina's little dance school, and I would move the Qi. And I would learn to put these moves together, and I could make it my own. And I did this for months and months and months. And I left the studio, went upstairs, and I laid on Sabrina's bed. And I was actually just in my heart grateful, man. I was just grateful that I'd found a path, I was feeling energy, life was good, I'm working it. And something about being in gratitude creates a vibration for magic. And I took an image that my brain had seen watching What the Bleep of these beautiful little golden molecules flowing from the brain. And I just sort of was laying there. And I imagined that I was in a riverbed and this water light came together and flowed through me. I'm visualizing, and I had many shots and things in the surgery, and so this was all like knotted up and tight, and my leg was short, and I couldn't even feel the bottom of my foot. And I felt this like tingling in this knot. It felt like an energy cyst, and all this tingling. I'm like, what? And then it shot out through the cyst, down into my leg, all the way down to the bottom of my foot, and I felt my foot tingling. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. But it was the happiest tears, because I knew in this moment I could be healed. Somehow I unlocked the flow of the energy, and this thing that had been blocked for so long, I was just so ecstatic. And I tell you, man, that changed the game, because within 2 months I was back in my dojo teaching.
We wanted to share everything that we had been through, that now he's 100% back. How can we share that with other people?
So I started offering these classes, and I'm starting to teach Qigong. It was beautiful, and I got to test it. The dojo had always been the laboratory. You got to test what you're doing, right? You got to know for sure. Is it just you, or can you replicate this? So now Sabrina and I, we're literally reverse engineering. How did this healing happen? And I'm like going through all this stuff, and I'm like, everyone talks about, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. But what we don't often do is look at this energy matrix. And I'm like, well, I know all about it now. There's an energy body. I'm like, we got 2 minds, we got 2 bodies. 1 heart. Everything came from the one. So we created this new revolutionary approach to how to map energy flowing through your body. And we start teaching that in the classes. And it's not just the mindset, because you have to do the physical movements and modalities, but we mapped it out and we called it Satori.
I was like learning again, and I felt on fire with this new passion for creating and sharing. And when we started sharing, it wasn't just Qigong, but Qigong and meditation and joint mobility. Others started having healings, and other people started having insights into their psychology and how their thoughts were affecting their body. The reason that our healing programs have done so well is because we dared to tell the story that Tristan couldn't walk, that he crawled on the floor to go to the bathroom. We talk about what it's like to be the caretaker. And so people understand that we know their pain, and we can offer them hope.
So we found a way. Now they're doing it, and it's awesome. That's the deal with the divine. ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day number 2, the energy detox and reboot event.
Come on in, everybody. We see you piping in from all over the world. Some of you on Facebook, some of you on YouTube, to this groove and tune that I think Tristan wrote, didn't you?
I helped make it.
Well, day 2, what are we going to be doing on day 2? Well, by the end of today's session, you're going to have less tension,
Amen.
More mobility, less pain, more flexibility, and probably feel a little happier.
A whole lot happier.
And yesterday was day 1. I know some of you just registered, but on day 1 we covered a lot of the fundamentals. We did some tapping and bouncing and squeezing and swinging arms, movements that we call power, chi power.
Chi power,
Why?
baby.
They make you feel powerful. These moves are really good to do any time of the day that you want to uplift your energy or first thing in the morning. Today we're going to have a little bit more sample of some flowing Qigong, Qi flow, some more healing.
Welcome. We are so grateful that you guys are all in. As Sabrina said, if this is your first day here, no worries, we got you. We're gonna have a really nice flow. We're doing a lot of training today. This isn't fluff, as we mentioned yesterday. These are real energy art exercises from the arts of Qigong, the grandparent of Tai Chi. Now, today, as Sabrina said, we're kind of getting more into the internal flowy moves, right? Qi flow. Yesterday, more of the power moves that make you feel empowered. But guess what? We're going to build them together because there is a sequencing, if you will, that we've identified over the years, about 20 years now, of deep dive into Qigong energy arts.
I got the dropsies.
And as we're unfolding these exercises, you're going to see how they're building upon each other, and it gives you more of an existential, visceral experience. It's not just moving your hands and imagining energy. We're talking about actually feeling the energy, feeling the mobility, feeling the enlivening of life force.
Awesome. You'll hear us use words today and almost every day that we call ageless mobility. So today's really exciting because so many people have things unlock in their bodies that have been locked up and jammed for many years. Of course, it may take longer than one day, but shoulders, neck, hips, and knees, we're gonna find that mobility. Mobility has to happen in 2 places. Is the body physically able to do it?
Right.
And does the brain remember how to make it happen? I know when I teach people to move their rib cage side to side, a lot of people say, oh, my body doesn't move that way. And what we find out is their brain doesn't know how to tell their body to move that way. So we're going to go through both of those doors.
If you have water available, please grab it, and you're going to want to hydrate a little bit now. We spoke about that yesterday. We've got a little demo for you today that's going to explain visually why it's so important to drink water before, sometimes during, and again after doing these exercises. Really, really helpful for healing and for vitality building.
We're going to answer quickly like 6 questions that came in. I'll answer the first 3 like boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom,
Is
boom.
it okay when you're standing with your legs apart and Tristan's toes are forward to let your toes flare out slightly because that feels better on your ankles and knees? Absolutely, yes. A lot of people in female bodies, especially if we've done dance, it feels a little bit better turned out. Do you need to use your right hand when he uses his right hand, or is it okay to just mirror? It's okay just to mirror. And actually, that's what we want you to do. And should your water be hot, cold, or room temperature, whichever is going to make you drink more. And then why don't you answer?
Can I fix this for you because I'm concerned they won't be able to hear you very well.
Okay, thank you, honey.
Well, let me make it look even better.
All right.
You look
And
cute.
now 3 more questions for Tristan. He used the word yesterday, dojo, and people were like, what's a dojo? What's a jojo? So D-O-J-O. What is a dojo?
D-O-J-O. This is a dojo. Dojo is a place for training, like a studio or a gym. It's an energy gym. And dojo is where I learned martial arts and meditation.
Like a studio.
It's a sacred space, a sacred container. It's a place of transformation. So when you're training in your home, you can have a little area that you consider your dojo, a place of transformation.
Okay, and then people were saying chi, C-H-I, chi,
Or
or Q-I, chi. Yes, what is qi and how does it relate to life force?
When
you in the black.
think about breathing, right, we're drawing in spirit. Why? Inspire. You draw in spirit. So it's really life force. Some would say it's the sustaining force of all that is, that which is animating all of life. It's energy, life force.
Right, which when we unblock our life force, when you unblock the energy that is everything, of course you make an atmosphere and an environment where healing can happen. That's also why this is so fascinating. So we're working during these 5 days on helping you unblock your energy. And you're going to hear, you're going to read in the chat, like, why does this person, their shoulder moves? How come that person can hear better? How come that person is sleeping better? How come that person is no longer constipated? How can that
Real,
be?
true stories.
Right? It's just where there's an energy block. When the energy starts flowing, each person returns to their more natural, vibrant state of health.
That's
right. And you can think about sometimes maybe there's only one kink in a hose, but sometimes there's several kinks. So just stick with it. If you guys want to do what we did yesterday and we all recommitted to staying here for all 5 days, and write in the chat,
do it.
All in, all in, all in.
And thank you all for being
here.
here. Yesterday, we were sharing where we were from around the world. It was quite amazing to see. This is a global experience. As of today, there's close to 19,000 people that have registered for this event. So thank you for sharing this with your friends. Thank you for sharing it with your family. Thank you to all of our partners who are spreading the word across their communities. We are so grateful to be able to share these energy arts with you. Today is real training. We're going to continue. You can practice in a chair. You can practice some of the movements lying down. I learned on the ground, okay, guys?
You just
I had
move
so
whatever
much
body parts you
crippling
can move.
pain. If you saw the video in the beginning, I was on my back learning how to do some of this. And yes, there are modifications, and standing is great. You know, there'll be a lot of movements we do standing today. One other thing we did yesterday was super interesting to me. I was amazed at how many folks here are in different decades of life.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of 50, 60, 70, and 80-year-olds.
I saw a couple 90s, actually.
Did you really?
I did.
You go. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. Go ahead and pop that in the chat too if you want. Like, what season of life are you in right now?
And are you all in?
And are you still all in? Okay.
So now you know what life force, qi is, and you know what dojo.
This is a life force dojo.
And what you're experiencing during these 5 days is like a sample of what we do in something we call our online virtual Life Force Dojo.
Life Force Dojo, yeah.
So every single week for our students that participate in that, they can choose between like a powerful qi or a flowing qi class, or they can come to both. And then as you'll see on day 5, we're going to show you how you get fitness, how you get fit and strong and balanced and at an ideal weight using these energy arts, incorporating some light weights. We call that fitness fusion or Satori sculpt. So that's what you're experiencing over these 5 days, is what some of our students have every single week to choose from. Fresh live classes right out of the oven.
You ready to move forward?
Yeah, actually, we read so many things that people wrote in the chat yesterday. I want to read like 3 that just got mailed in because I just think they're so powerful. And when you hear about a transformation that someone else has and you have that same situation and you're like, I don't know if it's going to work for me. I don't know. I've lost hope. Let these inspire you, because if other people are saying this is you. These are things that came in from people who joined us yesterday.
Can I speak to that really quickly?
Yeah.
When I was on the healing journey, we went on it together, and there were times that I felt like I can't keep going. I don't know if that is your season right now, but many of us come to these energy arts because we are seeking a solution. We've tried everything. That's not everyone, but many do. That was me.
It's 18,000 people.
A lot of people, and some of us were already pretty athletic and we're looking to optimize our health. Some of us are we want to maintain our health and have longevity in our life. And some of us are feeling very depleted and we're trying to climb back up just so we can touch the ground.
Yeah.
So when you hear these stories, and I'm speaking from experience, when I wanted to quit, when I was really thinking about, I think I'm done, year 3, crawling on the floor, can't even get on the toilet anymore, I thought about ways of exiting this life. And so it was the testimonials that I heard from other people around these energy arts that kept me going.
Yeah, that's why I actually was crying this morning when I saw 18,000 people. That's a lot of people are realizing that some of the traditional ways that we approach optimal health and wellness are not the answer. It can be more gentle. It can be such a blend of what we know about the quantum field and neuroscience with these ancient arts and what we know about physical biology. These are just super sweet. Lois says, I felt so great after yesterday's session and I slept better than I have in months. I want to do this with you every day. And I know this is just a sneak peek of how great I can feel.
Wonderful.
And Alicia said, this may sound woo-woo, but I prayed.
Not around here.
I prayed for something that was doable and gave me the benefits I'm seeking. I normally wake up stiff and achy, and yesterday I didn't have any of those sensations after the sessions.
That's
Prayers
just day one.
Work.
Day one. We're just getting started.
Felicia said, oh, I enjoyed yesterday. I was so rejuvenated, and I said to myself that I'm glad I made the time to join in. Kudos. I was at work, I left, I came home, and I joined you, and I felt a difference immediately. Because I'm one of those people who are burdened with so many concerns. My mind is always on the go, and I'm dealing with quite a few matters that are stressful. And having a tool that can help combat and strike a balance, wow, I'm so thankful. Day was saying that he thought a fever was going on, and he did the class, and it went away in a few minutes. He thinks his body was detoxifying, that maybe the fever came on as a detox. A lot of you said you felt very warm and very hot yesterday.
You're clearing.
Who here felt warm and hot?
Guys, gals, people, friends, all the fur babies, we are discharging blocked energy sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's flowing through and out, and you will feel some symptoms in that process.
Sally said, I practiced yoga for years when I was younger, but now at 75, I'm looking for something more gentle, but I need it to be as effective. And I think I've just found it. And this one's just too cute. I saw my husband curiously watching me yesterday, and I thought, he's going to join me today. I love what you're both doing, strong and soft, so men and women can both do it. And it's clear that everyone can work at their own pace and modify. I appreciate that you keep saying that. It's something me and my husband can do together, and it's a miracle because he never wants to do anything. Ha ha ha.
All right, we're going to meet you up here for a quick demo.
Thank you for your humor.
And then we'd like to jump right in with a warm-up. But before we do the warm-up, this is a really helpful, hi there Janine, hi Bonnie, hello Melody, there's so many of you here. Welcome everyone. Hi Cheryl, this is awesome. Thanks for being here. Hey Rick, welcome. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go back in to working on that tissue under the skin known as fascia. It's connective tissue. It flows through your whole body. We talked about it briefly yesterday, and we were working on it by squeezing and releasing. We were tapping on it. We were bouncing. We were kind of tugging on it as it would tug on the muscles and the bones. And that fascia is a secondary nervous system filled with lots of receptors that are communicating to the brain and then the brain back to the body. We get in these biofeedback loops where we want clear signals. A lot of times illness, dis-ease, is coming from maladaptive signals, signals that are skewed, information that is confused, and it needs to be recalibrated and balanced so the body can return to its natural state. So this tissue, fascia, we'd like to think of it as, ooh, we have a live one here. This came out of the ocean. It's really not live. It was popping around. This is an organic sponge, okay? So the sponge is, think of this as your fascia, okay? That tissue, yes, he's very dry. We call him SpongeBob, okay? And this over here is his brother.
Kind of like a dry brush.
What's his name?
Robert.
Bob and Robert, get the joke? Okay. So neither of these sponges have been doing their Qigong. They have been sitting around watching TV, and they haven't been moving as much. So we suggest that at least one of them plop in the water. Now we've been talking about drinking. Remember to hydrate, start drinking now.
We've been talking a lot about fascia.
So this particular fascia is not getting any of the water into the sponge itself.
Even though
it's in the water, it's drinking.
Yeah, so sometimes you may drink water and your doctor says you're dehydrated and you're like, how can that be? this is going to explain it to you. The sponge has plenty of water available, but it's not absorbing it. It's not in the tissue. It's not made of it.
So this is why we need to submerge ourselves and squeeze and stretch and lengthen and rotate and then release so that we can be submerged in the chi, in the water.
Right, rather than
someone who's just a toe dipper.
So you're sipping the water through your mouth, right, during class, but what's getting it into the fascia is the squeezing and releasing. I like to think of one of those tincture bottles where, you know, you squeeze the top and it sucks up some so you can squirt it out. Without the squeezing and releasing, you can drink all the water, but your tissue may still be dry, brittle,
dehydrated,
crepey, like old leather, rather than supple and full of the water, right? Like a baby's face, like a child's face. It just is so full and fat.
Now, remember, the receptors are inside your tissue, especially in your fascia. So if those receptors are also in a dehydrated environment, what kind of signals do you think they're sending to the brain? There's something in the tissue known as a nociceptor. That's one of the receptors, and it's relaying information that causes the brain to create pain in the body. Pain starts in the brain, right? That's why when we take certain pills and things, they interfere with the signals from the brain to the body and mute the pain. So it's these receptors that are very important. So when we hydrate the fascia and move and relax and release, those receptors get balanced and the signals shift. Does that make sense? Okay, wanted you to know that so that when we do the tapping, the bouncing, the squeezing.
Yes, they're saying it's so helpful to realize, because, and that's why we say education and understanding is so important.
This
because
is the training.
Now that you have that information, when you're squeezing, there's a point to it. It's not just this silly thing that I'm doing.
Now, one more thing, greater comprehension, greater results. Gonna get up and do moves, but if your brain understands why you're doing what you're doing, you'll actually get a better result.
It's science.
This is a conduit. This is an energy conduit. Now, we've discussed that inside the fascia are pathways known as meridians, energy pathways that information flows through. There's also something known as the piezoelectric effect, which within the connective tissue are electrical signals that can be stimulated and create an electrical current. So here's something really interesting, energy blocks. When there is a blockage, and I'm going to use, I don't know, a piece of tissue. Can I have a piece of tissue there?
Yes, I happen to have one handy.
This is clean signal, okay? This is a clean signal of tissue, my tissue, on this receptor. Here's the receptor. And over here, this receptor is blocked. It's skewed, it's dehydrated. The information cannot flow through the fascia or the meridian pathway. But if we can break that out, and you may be thinking, well, first of all, that's just kind of cool. Where do I get one of those sticks? Do you see energy conduction happening here? It's a real thing. Your body is a conduit.
It doesn't happen when there's a block.
Exactly. So we want to clear the blockages, and that's how life force moves through the tissue. It's super cool. Does that help?
And watch this.
Oh.
I can hold the other end and see it. Nothing happens
until we make a connection.
How crazy is that?
We are conductors of energy, of information. Love that, right?
Chi.
That's what
life force.
That's what we're up to.
Energy.
Okay, let's get to it. Hydrate if you haven't. I hope we've made a case for it.
Thank you for all the comments and emails saying how much you enjoy the teaching methods and the modalities and the education.
You know, I would think after 40 years of teaching, I would be bored by now. But I'm not bored because there's always new information and new things to learn. It's super fun.
And you love it.
Okay, we're going to start moving. We're going to be in our standing position. I'm going to show you something, a stance first, and then we're going to talk about neural consolidation. And then we're going to go into what we call the 4 big gongs. Gong means work, also means play. It's called Qi Gong, energy work or energy play. We're going to play with these 4 big gongs. They're big needle movers. They get a lot of the work done. They really help the fascia and the energy pathways. They're also very physical. And you'll understand as we continue through the sequencing we're teaching you, Satori Qigong starts very much in the physical body, and it'll move you into the energy body later today, and especially tomorrow. We're going deep inside the energy body, but we want to start through the physical. Okay, here we go. So this is our ready position. It's known as Wu Ji, W-U-J-I, Wu Ji. It's going to give you a little bit more light. It's gotten a little dark outside here in Austin, Texas. So in the Wu Ji, some people feel comfortable having their feet all the way together. See, there's my socks, all the way together. Some people feel a little wobbly because their balance is in flux. We just shimmy the feet out, and you can begin this way. But if you can begin feet together, this is ideal. Now, these movements will help you with flow and power. The very first thing that we've hydrated is we want to check in and rate our state. So you just do a little calibration, mental awareness. How do I feel? And when I say that, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Do you think emotionally or do you think physically? Let's start physically. How do you feel in your body? How's your posture feel? Your shoulders, your neck, your lower back, your knees, your hips, and just rate your state. How am I doing? On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 is I feel amazing. 1 is I just feel really depleted and in a lot of pain. Okay, so where are you in that? And then notice your muscle tissue. Open your feet a little wider, bend your knees. How your muscles feel. It's really good to get a baseline because then when we complete our session today and you re-rate your state, you can see how much progress you've made, and that builds motivation. So how do your muscles feel? Shoulders, lumbar, just check in. Can move, check in. Good. Now, how's your breathing? Remember we talked about breathing yesterday, the deep diaphragmatic breath? That's a pump. That helps to circulate the life force, the oxygen as well as the life force. The breath draws in fresh life force. So, check your breathing. Was it shallow and up in the chest? Does it feel tight in the body, or is it nice and relaxed and open? Those are a few things you can do to calibrate your state. And then emotionally. What's your temperament? How are you feeling? Hopeful, optimistic, sad, mad, glad? What's going on with you? Awesome. All right, now that we've calibrated, let's shimmy our feet out a little more and check our posture. This is our standing meditation position that we will use in between exercises to also calibrate our state throughout the training and do what's called neural consolidation. Neural consolidation is where we use our mental awareness to record the new state. As our state of being, our physiology and our emotions, as that improves, we want to record it mentally and physically so it sticks. Cool? Roundness in your arms. A little bit of roundness in your legs, so don't lock your legs, please. If you're sitting, just float your arms rounded. Here's another thing to be aware of. We're not leaning back. We're not pitched forward. We are sitting our tailbone down, and our arms are a little bit in front. And it creates a roundness through your shoulders. We call these the bows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And who remembers another bow? It's what we call the 6th bow. It's a light smile. Because that's calibrating your nervous system up. Hey, this is feeling good. Even if you don't feel like smiling, just do your best, put a little smile. All right, we're gonna just bounce. This is to just get grounded. And relax your body and bounce. Now, if you're sitting and you're not able to use your legs right now, just pump your arms up and down, okay? Just bounce. And start breathing in through your nose, down in your belly, and out through your mouth. And listen to the sound of your breath. In, out. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Keep bouncing. Beautiful. Now try this. Pull your hands up, breathe in. Send your hands down, breathe out. Now this movement we call washing the chi wall, and we will use this to calibrate our nervous system after exercises, especially when our heart rate goes up and our breathing goes up. We'll use this to calm ourselves down right before doing a neural consolidation, which is here. Just want to make sure you've got all of that. Now we can continue, and let's begin a warm-up with some review. Shimmy your feet out a little bit, breathe out, and breathe in. Now as you breathe in, use your diaphragm to fill that breath into your lungs. So you breathe towards your belly and breathe out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now start to open your rib cage and lift your arms up higher. And this will increase the space in your chest so you can draw more oxygen into the lower lobes of your lungs. If you're using the diaphragmatic breath first, you'll actually fill those lower lobes of the lungs where most of the capillaries are. The capillaries are tiny little vessels in your lungs, and they will carry more of the oxygen into your bloodstream if you breathe deeper. We want oxygen in the bloodstream. A well-oxygenated body is going to live longer. It's going to heal faster, and it's going to feed the oxygen to the brain. So now we want to breathe from the bottom all the way up to the fingertips. And imagine that you're pulling energy into your whole body. This is why we call it the full body breath. And it's as if your whole system is now breathing versus just a little bit in your chest. Look at the difference. Feel the difference. Look at how much more breath all the way at the top. Take another sip. We're going to do one more. Breathe out. We're going to hold it at the top. It's called a breath retention. And we're just going to allow our body to metabolize the oxygen slowly. This is going to challenge your nervous system a little and build up what's known as CO2 tolerance, which will help to decrease stress in the future. Relax. Now, you might have felt you were losing your breath a little. Well, yes, you held it. Breathe in and up deliberately, and now regulate. This is nervous system flexibility. We deliberately want to challenge the respiratory system so that our body starts to feel comfortable even when there's deliberate stress. If you can create some deliberate stress by holding your breath, you will stop the body from tightening when you feel a little dysregulation. You'll actually be able to regulate much faster. It's like stress inoculation. Okay, so that was a full body breath with a breath retention and some washing the chi wall. And we're going to do our first neural consolidation and just check in. Soften your knees, sit your tailbone down, round your arms, round your shoulders, find a gentle smile, and stand, breathe in your belly, and just pay attention to what's shifting. Because we told you that this doesn't have to be hard. Regulating the energy in the nervous system is soothing and gentle at first. Then we're going to build it up. We're going to go into some power moves next, and I'm going to put some music on for us, and we're going to go after it. But hold for just a moment longer as I set up the music for you. Get ready. I've got it turned up a little bit. Here we go. We'll start with bouncing and shaking, bouncing through the knees. Feel your tissues shaking against your skeletal system. Start shaking your hands. All right, we're waking up all those receptors, stimulating the fascia. Bring your hands up. Keep coming. Right up by the shoulders. Let's go. Take them up higher. Keep shaking. There you go. Bring it out. Shake, shake, shake. Stay at the bottom. Bring them out. Do your best. Do what you can do. Up over your head. Shake, shake, shake. Bring it down. Woo, yeah. There you go. You're going to feel your mechano and receptors and your proprioceptors now. Stop. Feel the buzz. That's your tissue coming online. Nice. Yeah, you feel it? Here we go. Tap, tap. Now, if any of this is new to you after today's session, go back and watch training number 1 because we break all this down for you. Back of shoulder, armpit, down the waist, 2 times, drop to the other side. Let's go. Bounce through your legs if you want as you tap. Keep it moving. Good for the lymphatic system. All right, power center. Good job. On the hips, we're doing a little bone banging. Where are our drummers? Side of hips. Legs. This is called Pai Sha. It's creating circulation and it's moving the chi. Your blood carries the chi to the whole body. Turn out. One leg. Life force. Remember the knee? Bring that fresh information. Other leg, let's go. Are we having fun yet? Feel all of that stimulation. Knee. These arts are thousands of years old. They were discovered by natural scientists. Lean forward. This is the gate of life. Right at the lower lumbar area, rub your knuckles. We're opening up the pathway, freeing up lumbar tension. Rub up a little higher, right at the kidney adrenals. Now, start drumming here lightly on the sacrum bone. Remember we talked about the dormant energy? If you're new, you haven't heard about it yet, or you already know, Kundalini. The Kundalini can rise. We're percolating the bone tissue, stimulating trapped dormant energy in the root. This area down here is the root. We want it to go up to the crown. Tap and target up top. Skull tapping, let's go. All around your skull. How's that smile doing? So good for your brain. Light up your brain. All right, last shake. And when your hands come down, we're gonna do neural consolidation and feel the tingles through your whole system. Ready? Hold. Soft knees. Belly pump. That's your life force flowing through your body. And all your receptors coming back online and your nervous system communicating health, vitality. This is homeostasis. It's a home state, sis. We're back. Flow the chi. Breathe it up. Now, here's the other thing that makes Qigong super awesome. That it's playful, it's joyful, it's childlike. Yesterday I called us kids. Let's go, kids. It's youthful. We're bringing that youthful energy. Think about when you were a kid, you were teeming with life force. You bounced off the chairs and off the couch and off the wall and just kept going. Let's reconnect to that youthful energy. Full body breath, here we go. A little faster. Now get ready for swinging arms. Please work at your level. If anything we're doing today is too much, take a moment, take a pause, take some breath. Just watch and learn and then come back at it another day. If you're ready to keep going, join me here. We're gonna bring our feet in closer together. We're going down behind us and we're coming up. Day one reviews the basics. Here we go. Now this is a pace that you can stay at.
Power.
This is more powerful coming up. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Stimulate that nitric oxide, that vasodilator. Let's get more oxygen in our tissues. Let's increase our respiratory capacity and our cardiovascular capacity. Here we go, double time if you want. Heels come up, drop them down. Stay with it, 5 more. Last 3, and now we're going to challenge ourselves with a big breath retention. Hold it. Work at your level, breathe when you need to. When you come out, move like you just ran, like up and down the street. And you're teaching your nervous system, I got this. My body likes vigorous exercise. My body likes to move. You are stimulating the autonomic nervous system so that you are able to handle stress and have an increased capacity for health. Flow. Bring it down slow. Take your time here. The music will come back up, but we're just going to stay at this soothing rhythm. And when your heart rate has gone back to a nice, gentle rhythm, stop the arms and do the neural consolidation. It's how your nervous system records this new state. Now listen to the music and feel the life force pumping through your limbs. Yeah, it's moving through your arms, through your spine, down your legs. Feel the power in your body. You cannot think greater than the state of your nervous system and your energy system. When we heal this body temple, we heal the mind. And these new states become new traits, and they affect the way we look at life and the way we show up in the world. Everything through the body, through the body, through the body. Take your arms and make big spirals like this. And we're connecting our energy into the earth so we feel grounded, stable, confident, power. It's an empowering stance. There's a beautiful yoga teacher named Paramahansa Yogananda, and he would say, "Can you stand unshaken amidst the crash of breaking worlds?" This is a posture, a power posture. Bring your arms up. Hold them at the heart. Let's beat. Bounce, 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 bounce. Stand and hold this posture. What are you holding? Hold a vision for yourself. More vitality, more strength, more joy, more potential, higher, 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 higher in capacity. It's an emotional state. This is a feeling universe, and we are starting to connect our energy from our body into the unified field. What you're emanating is coming back. It's an echo. Good, hold, big breath. Just absorb the feelings. Let the feelings get embedded into your body. This is going to upgrade our identity over time. One more. Now here we go. We're going to go into our squeezing and releasing techniques. Last one, and then we're going to share. Squeeze. Remember to breathe out all the way back. Squeeze, arch your back. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Relax. Shake it out.
Think about that SpongeBob when you're squeezing.
We're doing power Qigong, Qi power. You guys want to do one more? Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, all the friends. Here we go. With the roar on the end. Let's go. Here it comes. Let go of anything you've been holding on to. Roar! Big breath up. Open your legs. Flow down. We're going to do Tai Chi arms here. This is another way to flow down. Bring your arms up. Bring your arms down. Bring your arms up. Bring your arms down. Cool down. Here's the mantra. Flow down. Flow down. Flowing down. Bring your feet together, your hands up over your head. We're going to come to center. And we're going to have some water and a check-in. We just did a lot. When you sit down, take a few deep breaths, hydrate, and pay attention to how you feel. Continue your neural consolidation. Good job.
What would you like them to share in the chat right now?
First things first, water, slow breath. Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? And then share with us. What are you feeling? What is shifting? Because awareness is everything in Qigong. So what are you aware of right now? Are you aware of the heat in your body? Did you feel any type of sensation tingling in your tissue? Did your posture shift? Did you feel empowered in some of those postures, those power postures? Can you feel like, yeah, I can see how this can rejuvenate my body?
And I think some people are realizing, wow, I need to work on my breath. I don't know how to breathe deeply.
This is a safe way to do it. You don't have to go running or jumping hard on your body. You can do it with Qigong. We got you.
Declare it in the chat.
Declare what you're feeling. Did you notice your stress level dropping? Do you feel more optimistic? Is there a shift in your emotional state, your physical state? So good to be aware. Okay, here we go. A frozen glitch in my shoulder melted away. Boom, Kent. Love it. Oh, here they come. This is a lot of share here. I love the tapping. Feels so good. Tingling heat.
Yes.
Yes, more loose and free. Tingling everywhere. Wow, wow, wow. It's hot, humid, smoky in Toronto. And I did all of this. I lost you when the chat's flying.
Wow.
My body's buzzing. My heart lowers right away, which is a really good sign.
Oh, wow, yes.
That's the nervous system oscillation going between power and flow. You actually can shorten the time that it takes to calibrate your nervous system back to natural regulated state. That's what we're looking for. Sometimes we get stuck in what's called the sympathetic nervous system and we're like, I can't get down, I'm stuck up here. This training pushes you into both sympathetic and parasympathetic on purpose, and that's how you learn to regulate your state faster. Love that for you. Feeling energized, feeling happy and strong, says Tanisha. I'm sparkling, says Melody. Joints and back. Wait till we haven't even done joint mobility today.
Like Kat said, I'm aware of how valuable this is, and I'd be a fool if I don't continue daily.
I will do this,
guys are
Sabrina.
awesome.
We will do this for the rest of our living days in this physical body because there's nothing that's worked better for us and is totally doable. Did you see how much space we needed to do it?
In your home.
Did I need a gym membership to get it done? No. You can do it right in a small little space. It's so effective. Did you need any equipment? No. Just water. Water and good training. Tingly, less creaky. I love it, Helen. Warm, energized. I feel tingling and more energy all over. Bliss. I'll take bliss. You go, Bern.
Wow, feeling joy after
Empowered.
such a long time, says Patricia. No, says,
More optimistic, less stiff, says Lois. Yes to all, and yet, like yesterday, I cried again at the end. Yes, Shirley, that's the emotional doors opening up. Emotions are rivers of, they're how we read our energy system. Emotions are the language of the energy system.
Christina, pain in my lumbar faded. I feel more, I love that.
Olivis says he's not concerned anymore. Tingling.
Ooh.
I need to work on the breathing. Yes, this is how you can work on the breathing.
It's good because it lets you know, oh, okay, I need to do this more often.
Okay, so we are hearing massive feedback. Yes, the music is really helping. We had this
Love
music
it.
specifically made for these type of routines. So they're specific to Satori. And we put a lot into the equation, the energy equation, so that you can feel something.
Did you think about SpongeBob?
Yes, do you feel your tissues absorbing the energy, the water? Remember, water's a conductor of energy, so yes, lovely Bradley says, I need this daily as well. Well, we got you.
Guess what?
We have a Life Force Dojo.
You're allowed to do it.
You're allowed to do it every day. Loving the music, love it. Okay, how we doing on the clock? We still have so much time to train. There's so much more to show you. Here's one thing I want to ask. Are you feeling more motivated? Because that was one of the biggest challenges in the community. And secondly, can you see how little time this takes and how effective it can be in such a short amount of time? Like if you just add up the amount of time, once you know the movements, how long would that take you every day? Not that long,
Yep.
right?
You Express. We do classes that are called Express.
10 to 15 minutes of Qigong and you're rocking. If you want to do longer, we have longer. Okay. My cats love me doing this. Love it. Heck yes, is Esther. Okay, Coolio.
Yes, on
More motivated.
one
more
of the other
motivated.
days, we're going to talk about the animals feel it, and they will come and be with you when you are practicing.
Rubik's, that's awesome. A body in motion stays in motion. We just got to get moving, right? We're going to keep you moving, and we're going to get into some new techniques right here, right now. So get ready. I'll
Chi
meet you on the
power or
floor.
chi flow? Where are we going now?
Here's the cool thing about the difference between Chi Power and Chi Flow. We're going to do a whole training on day 4 about the yin and yang because it's really, really important to understand how to navigate life better because some of us are more in the yang and some of us are more in the yin, and we want to bring them into balance. And then, you know, you can see down the middle, there's a flow line there. And you don't ever want to be just yang or just yin. You want to flow between the two. That's the flow of life. And so sometimes you want power. We call it chi power, and sometimes you want chi flow. And so the same techniques can be done. Yin is the blue, yang is the red. Think of above father as red is yang, and yin, mother, blue like ocean, yin, yin, yang. You want those two energies in balance in your system, the masculine and the feminine. So you always can take a technique and do it either power version or yin version for most, not all techniques,
You could
but
think
most.
morning, evening, or I need to pick my energy up, or I need to chill it out.
Some of our trainings are just like really power, but they always have to have some yin in them. They just have more power. And some are yin, but they have a little power because we got to get the rocket ship to take off. Cool?
I love that, Sandy. My body says yes, and so do my thoughts.
Let's go. Okay, new
That's
moves
what it
coming your way.
takes.
Let's go. Oh, hydrate.
Bob, come on, SpongeBob, hydrate.
So hydrate again.
Lots of people's cats and dogs are coming to them.
That is very common. Animals are so receptive to energy. Okay. Come on, let's go. I'd like to do a short mobility series. So I start in my Wu-Ji. I'm just going to open a little, squeeze my body a little, and then slowly you can either shimmy your feet out or just step slowly and sink down in your legs and try one chi wash the chi wall. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do some circles because our joints are like junctions. So a little bit of teaching, physical explanation. You have 3 in your arm, 3 in your leg, your hip joint, your knee joint, and your ankle, right? These are like the axles of a car. If you want to see your body like a vehicle, these are the wheels, right? And this is the transmission, the spine. We want to mobilize those joints because the life force is flowing through these limbs. When you have open limbs in your arms and your legs, you don't have blocked chi here. It can get trapped in the limbs. We want it flowing through the limbs so it can circulate into the physical body. And we want it to flow from the physical body into the limbs. So these are the rivers that exist inside your body. They go down your legs. There's 12 of them. There's 6 on one side and 6 on the other side of your spine, known as meridian pathways. So they're flowing in certain ways through your body. So that's why we're tapping and bouncing and squeezing to open the rivers. Now the energy can start pooling into this big container here. This is like the main cavity. And there are 3 energy centers. There's 2 in the main cavity and 1 in the brain. And there's lots of little portals or gates that the energy can flow through. In other systems, they would call chakras, okay? They're along your spine as well, and they're the base of your feet. And we're gonna get into those more tomorrow and explain how they work. It's your energy ecosystem. But what I'm showing you right now is the joints. If the joint junctions are compressed or blocked, the life force can't flow through them. It's like a hose that has a kink in it. So what we do is circular movements to decalcify joints that get stuck. The circular movements bring something known as synovial fluid. The body produces more synovial fluid. It's like a shock absorber. And it helps open the joint junction so the life force can flow through the limbs better. Does that make sense? So this is what we're doing. Circles for the wrists. Just here. Slowly, round and round, opening the joint junction of the wrist. Now there's some moves that are for the fingers. I'm not going to go into all of that today because I want to show you this here and then the elbows, just because I have a bunch of things to show you today. We could go down rabbit holes. Okay, do you see how the hands are mostly together? Now what's that doing? That's a ball and socket joint, your elbow, and elbows love to be moved. Some people, they're only moving their body linear. Circles are your friends. Circles are actually one of the best ways to produce that synovial fluid and to decalcify sticky joints. Okay, now the shoulders, see my arms are straight, and a lot of times we'll start recruiting other muscles, and we don't want you to do that. We want you to put your arms straight, and imagine you have a big stick in your hand and just roll one shoulder at a time. Now shoulders can get pretty stuck. Some folks have frozen shoulder, and you might not be able to do this just yet.
What about the noises that
and
they
the
hear?
crackling noises known as crepitus is not uncommon. Most bodies have it. But you see how I'm rolling my shoulders forwards and backwards. This is a good thing to start. So this is a joint mobility series. So we did the wrists, we did the elbows, and we did the shoulders. Now we're going to do the hips, right? These are the axles of the hips. So this is called the barrel roll. You imagine you're inside a big wooden barrel and you're trying to rub your hips around the barrel. This is great for the lumbar spine, the hip sockets, the outer hip and the internal hip. And it's just like that. Now, go up and down slowly here. Put your hands right over your knees, and as you go up and down, make these gentle, very gentle circles. So we're bringing energy into the knees. Remember we did tapping earlier? Now we're doing these circles. That mobility will help to open up the joint junction. Even if the joints are a little bit tight right now, which means that tendons, ligaments, muscles are tight, the circles are helping to slowly unwind tension around the joints. So even if the joints are a little bit cracky, don't push into pain, but it could be a little discomfort. Drink water later. Notice tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, slowly as the tension unwinds around the joints, there'll be more space and the chi can flow better. And it's been my experience that the pain goes away. Now, turn this way and just push your heel up and then push your heel down. This one's for the ankle. It's not as circular, it's just an up and down movement. I have, as you know, most of you know, I've been doing martial arts since I was really young. I started at 13 and I got my black belt at 19 and I'm 59 tomorrow. Woohoo! Other side. So if I got my black belt at 19, that means I've been doing it for over 40 years, teaching for 40. I've done so many things with my body for 40 years because I haven't stopped training it that are like tugging on my joints and my muscles and my ligaments, and I've injured just about everything.
You go both directions on all the movements.
Both directions on everything. Here's the last one for your neck.
Are you putting these together with music or just doing them?
We're just doing them, and then tomorrow we'll add them into a flow. So
do you guys
this is just a bobblehead.
Sometimes your brain's not sure how to do the movement for some people.
Now, my point was that these type of gentle circular movements have helped my body, the joints in particular, to heal. Okay? So they're very, very useful. Now I want to show you one more thing. We're going to shimmy our feet out and we're going to go into a lunge position. This is right out of martial arts. It's called a forward stance. It's in Kung Fu, Qigong, Tai Chi. We're pulsing slowly on the hip flexor. We're bending the front knee towards the shoelaces, and these are called micro bounces. And there's lots of them in Qigong, in Satori Qigong. Go the other way. And the micro bounce, it's not a hard dynamic bounce. It's not ballistic, it's gentle. What it's doing, it's opening up the hip flexor. When the hip flexors are tight, it pulls the hips out of alignment and it puts a lot of undue pressure in the lumbar spine. So by doing this gentle opener, you're going to help your spine and your hips. It's gently doing a micro pull on the fascia to take adhesions. Think of adhesions like the tissue used to lay this way and it got matrix-like and shortened. And so that's compression on the joint. The micro bouncing over time takes the tissue and it helps it to untether. It also, your tissue, your fascia, it has protein in it, collagen and elastin. And elastin is a wavy-like protein tissue. But when the body has been sedentary or injured or not moving in a while, that waviness goes away. The pulsing moves and the bouncing moves free the tissue up and help it to get wavy again. My experience has been that, you know, the body is pretty buoyant when it has elastic-like tissue, is my point. So you can build that back. That's been my experience. Okay, ready for a couple more moves?
It is like rebounding and all the benefits of rebounding, only a whole lot easier and more convenient.
Right here. Breathe up. Bring your arms up over your head and out. Now there's a reason that we're showing you all of these moves. They're flowing moves, they're power moves, and we're going to show you how Satori Qigong puts it all together. We're teaching a lot. Shimmy, drop deeper, so that we can give you a way of rebuilding your whole body. It was something that I said the other day, which is not every move will be the move that you want to do right now. That's why we're also giving you a lot of variety. This one's very gentle. It's from Chi Flow. It's called Parting Clouds. Now, you remember I talked about the energy pathways that flow through your body, the rivers? There's also reservoirs. There's one in the front line. We talked about it briefly. It's the Renmai. Here, this moves energy up and down through one of the main reservoirs. A reservoir is something that a river pours into and fills up. So the Renmai can get filled with a lot of qi. We'll talk more about why this is important. There's another one up and down the back. You use your mind to open that one up. That's the Dumai.
Christina says this is better than physical therapy.
And there's another reservoir. It goes right through the center of the body. In yoga, they call it the Shushumna. In Qigong, it's the Chongmai. Renmai in the front, Dumai in the back, Chongmai up the center. Use your mind to move your qi. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. So this movement I just showed you, see how the hands come here and they turn? Your mind is now imagining energy like a water shooting up through a water fountain, through your spine, up into your brain, out the top of your head, and then all around your body. Some of you would know this as a toroidal field. Up through the root, through the central line. Now, you may say, Tristan, how does moving your arms in a big circle like that move energy up my spine? I would say, your arms alone can't do it. But your mind, your breath, with intention and some visualization, golden light or water, is how you can move your qi. Now tomorrow, I will explain in depth how we can activate that even more. Here's your last move for the day. Shimmy your feet in, arms come up. Please be gentle, only do what feels right. Hands on the back of your head. The spine, it's an information highway. For Qigong to be effective, we must support the spine. Renmai, Dumai, Chongmai. These channels, if the tissue is tight and the spine loses a lot of its flexibility, those channels have a harder time moving the qi. And if you want to raise your emotional state and your consciousness, you use the spine to get you there. The spine, Yogananda says, is the altar to the brain. Now, when the energy flows up and down the spine effectively, your whole system changes. You move from fear and survival instinct in the root up to higher altruistic states in the top of the brain and beyond. So just take that into consideration, as well as, of course, it will help your spine. So watch what we're doing. Arms wrap forward, and I bend forward just a little, and then I stand up. Drop my elbows, pulse, do a couple of micro bounces, reach my fingertips up really high. Open those shoulders. That'll help open up the spine through the neck. Hands float down. This is called climbing the sacred mountain. Elbows wrap forward. I'm lightly pulling, but being safe. You can do this sitting as well. Let's bring your elbows towards your knees.
We'll go over this another tomorrow.
Yep. And round. Now you lightly, very lightly, please be safe, push your head up and your hands down. It's called a hypertonic. And it's activating all the muscle and fascia through your spine. Do you remember we opened up the gate of life down here earlier? That's going to come into play in a moment. Last one. I'm going to do an advanced version. Just watch.
Now,
I want you to
can you
see.
imagine he couldn't walk for 5 years and look what he's doing?
This is the advanced version. Up. Now I'm moving the qi through my brain, down through my body. I'm visualizing golden energy. I'm going to lift it up, pull it through my body, through the center, through my spinal column, up into my brain. I'm visualizing energy coming up through my brain. Parting clouds means I'm clearing my mind. I have no interference, no energetic dissonance. And I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do a parting cloud. Pull the chi up, breathe, breathe out. We're going to go into a neural consolidation and settle. I'm going to give you, how are we doing on time?
We're done.
Good, we're finishing our session. Now, regulate your state. Remember in the beginning, we rated how we felt on a scale from 1 to 10. Check your posture now, your structure of your spine, your arms, your legs, your hips. Check the tone of your tissue, how loose and relaxed it feels right now.
Yeah.
Check.
He says, my neck sure needed this.
Let me finish you guys up here. Check your breathing, your heart, and your emotional state. Notice how much has shifted for you. Now, we don't want that to go away. We want to record it. So we're recording it with awareness, and now we're going to embody it. Open your eyes if they're closed. Bring your feet together, your arms up. Take all the wonderful feelings, the thoughts, and the energy over your head and wash down the front, and imagine that you're imprinting your body with this memory. You're anchoring in this state right now. And then bring your hands out to the side, and let's just create an anchor to lock it in with the prayer position and touch the heart. And anytime during the day that we feel dysregulated, we feel hurt, sad, mad, stuck, not motivated, we're just going to go like this. And our body's going to remember, and our body's going to remind our head of what our heart knows. I'm on my path, I'm on my way, I'm remembering, I'm returning, and I'm grateful. Thank you for allowing us to share these arts with you. So grateful. Please let us know how you're feeling.
And I want, while you're writing in the chat, tell us about your crepitus. Did things pop and move and wiggle?
How are you feeling?
I wanted to share something about my knees. So I was in I danced professionally and was a dance teacher for many decades, but then I was in a car accident. We were a passenger in a taxi that got hit head-on by a truck, and my legs got bent back behind me, but I lost all the cartilage behind one kneecap and most behind the other. And they wanted to do a lot of surgeries, and so many movements were painful. I could no longer plie. I wasn't supposed to bend my legs more than 30%. And I want to share this with you because I saw in the chat that so many of us have discomfort in the knees. And I came across one person that said something to me, and I took it and ran with it. He said, instead of focusing on your knees, what if we could make your hips stronger, your glutes stronger, your quads, the front of your thighs, and the hamstrings, the back of your thighs? What if we made those stronger, and your core, so that when you're bending your legs, you're not letting your weight be carried only by the knees? Because no matter how small you are, to still have those little knee joints carrying the weight. And so I did not have the surgery, and I started doing a lot of these moves to make my hips and legs stronger and my core, so that when I did a flexed movement, now I can bend so much. And I would say if my pain was a 10, now I know how to bend, so I can do it pain-free, but it's more like a 1. So and that's something that a lot of doctors don't tell us, that it's all the muscles and ligaments around the knee that we need to strengthen. When people say they have knee problems, it might not be a knee issue. It might be all the other muscles and even the ankles. So just be gentle and do what you can do, and let's get all the supportive muscles strong so that your knees aren't carrying that much weight.
There's just so many beautiful reports from today's session. I'm putting many of them up on the screen for you.
Oh, I want to see.
There are hundreds of them. Just grabbing a few here and there.
I'm feeling like an easy Sunday morning.
I love that.
I honestly believe my balance is better today. I feel wonderful. Oh, this loosened up stuff in my body. I feel freer. I'm feeling so connected.
I felt that too, buddy. He sits right here.
Judy said, I love Qigong. I've only been introduced to it briefly, but I'm learning why and how valuable it is. And I'm looking forward to healing my upper legs and hips and trying alternative methods. That's what we really hope this 5 days of free classes will do for people, is to really let you know through an experience that there are so many options. I never had that surgery, and then what happened? They don't even do it anymore because they realized it didn't work.
Yeah, I'm
and
so
the
glad
same
you
thing
didn't have it.
with Tristan. You see how he's moving, and it was through energy. That was the missing piece. We had to get the energy flowing to those body parts that were in pain, because in some ways they're suffocating. Without life force, without energy, without oxygen, which is like love for our body, it can't heal. When the nervous system is not regulated, it doesn't feel safe, and we can't heal when we don't feel safe. We can't get strong when we don't feel safe. Some people will work out and they don't get the results. It's because there's too much stress in their body for the body to let go and get strong. Read
All
what
right,
you're
friends.
saying. What are you seeing?
Just wonderful, wonderful feedback. And Carol asked, sorry, did I get that right? C-A-R-Y-L. Carol D? Hopefully focus more on the feet and what part of the energy will move there. You can use your mind to send the energy. That's tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. We're going to go and walk our consciousness and our awareness inside our body. We're going to have our eyes soft, and I'm going to guide you into the energy pathways tomorrow and the energy centers. We're going to do some standing meditation that's going to help your body to really absorb this new information. Remember, energy is information that vibrates at a certain frequency. So if you're in a lower frequency, the body is going to have more discomfort, more pain, and then the life will have more contrast, more friction.
And we may use a word like lower. That's not bad. It's just maybe a different station, like a different radio station that isn't playing the song of optimal health.
And as the frequency goes up, so do the way you feel, the mood.
Yeah.
It'll shift. All right.
And I'd love for you tonight, notice how you're sleeping. Notice, does the body feel tired in that great way that helps you drift off to sleep? I know people were saying in the chat, I gotta work out.
Qigong will heat you up. It's a beautiful healing energy.
You know, if let's say, hopefully you don't, but when we have a flu or we catch something and the body creates a fever, let's burn that out. And that's what sometimes when I'm doing Qigong, I love when my body gets hot, because I know that there's such healing in that.
Well, we're gonna close our session today with some groovy tunes. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, switching the gears.
And I see that Bob is submerged and Robert's floating on
We'll keep an eye on them tomorrow. Thank you. That's day number 2.
If you're watching the replay, awesome, thank you. If there's anything you want to share with us, send an email to satori@satorimethod.com. They can't answer your questions about Qigong specifically, but they can pass them on to us.
Peace, love, and more love.
Did you write this one too?
Well, I don't write them, but I did have it created. Whoop. Hey, Niraj, this is one of our students jumping in. Joined Satori Qigong a few years ago. I'm so happy I did. Changed my life for the better. Love it, man. So good. So good.
I can't wait for day 5 for you guys when you see how to use this energy work for fitness and muscle building. And you don't have to go to the gym or leave your house, and you can make little muscles.
All right. See you tomorrow.